we learned about the first and the greatest commandment, which is to love God with everything we have, everything we are. Now, let us talk about the second commandment. The second greatest commandment of God. Again, on Matthew chapter 12, verses 28 to 31, one of the scribes, when he came forward and heard them disputing, saw how well he had answered them and asked him, "Which is the first of all commandments?" He asked, and Jesus replied, "The first is this, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is your Lord alone. You shall love your Lord, the Lord your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these two commandments. Number one is to love him. Number two is to love our neighbor. Now, who is our closest neighbor? Our spouses. Okay? So we have to love our spouses, our wife, our husband, as we love ourselves. Loving neighbor, together with loving God, form the core of Christian life. This is the core of our Christian life. Jesus summed up the whole law in these two greatest commandments. So that is what I just read. I'm not going to read it again, but that is Mark chapter 12, verses 28 to 31. The two go together. Thus, it is clear, if there is no love for others, there is no Christianity. Because this is the core of our Christian life. In 1 John chapter 4, verses 20 to 21, it says, if anyone says, I love God, but hates his brother, is a liar. Sinungaling. For whoever does not love a brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. How can we be sure that we love God whom we do not see, and yet we do not love our brother? I mean, we say we love our brother. So we are a liar. And this is the commandment we have from him. Whoever loves God must also love one another. It's not one or the other. It should be both. No? What Christian love is not. Love is not only having positive feelings. It's not always I like you. It's not always gusto kita. It's not always I love you. But love is not often equated with feelings of sexual attraction or personal affection or warmth. But feelings change and thus cannot be the sole basis of our love. I mean, as earlier explained, in the human nature, we always refer heart or love to feelings. But that is not all about, that love is not all about feelings. Feelings follow through love, but love is not equal to feelings. Love must come first, no? Love is a prerequisite of all. Before we say, I like you, or I marry you, there must be love first. Okay? Love is not always saying yes, or we can be a yes man or a yes woman. To serve others or to put them first does not mean never turning down opportunities to serve. Sometimes we are also unable because it is not proper to say yes all the time. We have the wrong concept of loving a person as a nice guy who tries to please everybody. Sometimes we say, he loves me because he always gives in to what I want. But even if it is wrong, he still gives in. That's not love anymore. Love is not defensive. Love is a risky business. What if one betrays you? What if your loved one dies? Love seems to set one up to get hurt. I mean, love is not defensive. Because sometimes, in all our human feelings, we can change immediately if someone does wrong to us. Okay? So, even if we say I love you today, if you betray me tomorrow, that's God. Okay? The guarded love tries to protect itself from injury. Avoidance of pain, difficulty and trial then become a condition to attach love. Meaning, our love sometimes, or most of the time, is conditional. But Christian love is not guaranteed to be painless. The pain is endured through commitment, and the injury is sustained through forgiveness and forbearance. Love is not self-seeking. The focus in loving is not ourselves, but others. By its nature, Christian love is really for self-denial. Okay? Putting the other person's interest first before our own selves. We recognize that putting others first can be bothersome and inconvenient for us. I mean, you can only imagine if you have to serve other people, you will have no sleep, you will have to spend money, or you will have to really spend your 3 Ps, talent, time, and treasure. Love is not manipulative. Sometimes we use love as a reward. We say to our children, okay, I will love you if you obey me. Okay? But if you don't follow what I say, I can also use love as a punishment for my children. Love should not be like that. Because love is so powerful. People are tempted to use it in this way. But this is not the conditional form of love. This is not what the love that God wants from us. So, what love is not? Love is not only having positive feelings. Feelings follow true love. Love should come first. Love is not always saying yes. Sometimes we are unable. Sometimes you should not, even if we are able. It is not about pleasing everybody. Love is not defensive. Christian love is not guaranteed to be painless, but the pain is endured through commitment, and the injury is sustained through forgiveness and forbearance. Love is not self-seeking. The focus in love is not ourselves, but others. Christian love is really for self-denial. Love is not manipulative. We manipulate you by giving love as a reward and withdraw love as a punishment. Love must not be conditional. So these are what love is not, okay? Now, so what is Christian love? What does God mean by love? The answer is John chapter 15. Jesus spoke of a love that is connected with keeping God's commandment. In verses 9 to 10, it says, "As the Father loves me, so I also love you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love." So, Christian love is based upon this, what Jesus said.